Government got a lot of money.
It's coming
spending
from
on what they want to spend it
Hey
on.
Terry, it's coming from somewhere. I don't know where.
It's coming from us at the end of the day.
No, it's coming.
There we go. There we go.
Like I said, we talked about it last week. You know, the government has enough money to fix all these problems, but if they did, what would they have to argue about?
No.
They like, nah, we got to make sure we keep it nice and
No, we're gonna get poor people to be upset about other poor people getting $10,000. Meanwhile, you can write off an airplane and get a G-Wagon damn near for free if you know how to freak the system, but you can't get nobody to get mad about that.
It's super goofy propaganda because like 72% of the entire United States approves of student loan forgiveness.
Yeah.
So,
but you get the one guy on there who's like, I paid off my student loans by working 3 jobs.
Okay.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
These are also the same people that came up in an era where college didn't cost as much.
True.
The cost of living wasn't as much.
True.
Buying a house wasn't as much.
True.
Buying a car wasn't as much. Groceries weren't as much. I mean, I can keep going down the line.
Look, we also don't want to talk about how
minimum wage.
Yeah, we also don't want to talk about. Well, first, once again, corporate profits are through the roof, but minimum wages hasn't changed in 11, 12 years.
Yeah, man.
And the fact that
even significantly.
No, it stayed the same, $7.25. And you know, when people get upset about the whole, you know why we don't defund the police? Because we've been defunding public education in this country for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
That's why going to a state school is so much more expensive compared to what it was.
That's why everybody got bought out of the classroom materials now.
Yeah. I'm talking about a state college. If you like what it used to be for, you know, when I think about what it was when I first enrolled at SIU Carbondale, and I looked at
get a break for state college.
I looked at what it is now. I was like, I might as well, I would be like, well, maybe I should go to a private college. It's not that the difference compared to a private school compared to a public college. It used to be like this. Now it's like,
and they're gonna make up for it somewhere. It'll probably be the books.
Oh man,
because they gonna
the books was
for
a
the books.
sham.
Yeah,
that's why I never bought books.
I knew people that was underhanded. You know, used to steal books.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, buddy, that was a hustle.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to be like, yeah, so you got one of them economics sitting around. I need let me kill.
You know what was nasty when the professor would write the book.
Oh, make you buy it.
Yeah, and the thing is, he would do it like he would make sure the book was like wasn't real good quality,
like a
so
paperback.
you couldn't take the book back.
Yep.
So everybody who took his class had to buy a new book.
So I'm like, fam, you getting?
He knew the system. He's Adam 22 of college.
He's Adam 22 of college. You getting residuals off book sales for your class that are mandatory for people to get.
Man.
And you have a lecture hall. You know what I'm saying?
It's 100 people in.
My rule in college was always, I never bought books the first 3 weeks. I waited to see how we were going to have to like do stuff, and most of the time it's just off a syllabus.
Did you pay? Lone, did you pay? This is very random. Did you pay attention in lecture hall classes? Any of y'all? The big joints where
I only had in my entire like 8 years of going to college, I only had like 2.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't do well in them.
I felt like it was in person. It's like you just a number. Like, all right, we're gonna pass.
That was
the
biggest culture shock for me.
Because they don't care if you show up or
from
not.
High school to college.
Yeah.
Because I had one my freshman year.
Yeah.
Man, I was intimidated. I'm like,
there's 100 people.
I'm like,
in
I
here,
can't even just talk to the teacher like I want to. Like,
most of
all
my
these people in here.
Most of my college classes were very intimate because I went to like site schools from Purdue, and a lot of my teachers and stuff were like literally still working in the field, you know. But when I went to IUPUI for one semester, I had like a calculus class that was like lecture hall, and the guy didn't even speak English very well either.
Wow,
man,
bro, it was hard.
Yo, at Ball State we had intimate joints, but I had multiple lecture classes, and
I had very few that were more than like
they just passing the syllabus around. I'm telling you what the test is going to be. You can either show up. If you don't, I'm going through you a number, giving you a grade. And I'm
definitely were a number in there.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Anyways,
all right. So if you go to college though, focus on your relationships. That's where it's really at. All right, let's try.
Which ones?
Professional, like things that could help. Don't just be in there messing with different broads.
There's certain relationships that people got involved in college.
Exactly. That's why they didn't finish college.
I was wrong. Yeah, the good ones, the professional ones. Focus on those. You never know who you might need down the road. Now, the rest of that stuff, that's on you. Just be careful.